Today we're talking about marketing. Marketing is such a psychological thing. Every single part of marketing is psychology, whether you are the buyer or the seller. Recently, I saw a video by a guy named Control. I've talked about him on the channel before. He's like 17 years old or something like that, but he's very, very smart when it comes to marketing. And he was talking about specifically beat licensing options.
Obviously, you want the customer to pay more, right? Because, and that doesn't mean you're fucking them over by any means. You're giving them more value for a little bit of a higher price, right? So here, why instead of having them pay, $30, which a lot of them do, don't get it wrong, but by having this price point in the middle highlighted, when something's in the middle and clearly, if you look here, it goes $30, the small package, and people will be like, the beginners will probably buy that, but the people who are just slightly a little more advanced, they want the better stuff. When they see though, you get, oh shit, I get the wave trackouts, the wave untagged file, and I get to sell so much more. Essentially, I'm giving an irresistible offer, which is why, because all I want them to do is buy this $50 version. I don't want them to buy this one, and I don't want them to buy this one.
The Decoy. But he didn't actually say Decoy, because it's obvious that he's figuring out a lot of these things on his own, which is a majority of what marketing is. If you figure out what you fall for, you can market just about anything. I wanted you to check out this video. I made it for an old dead channel. I mean, the channel's still alive, but it's dead-ish. And it's all about the psychological aspects of marketing. If you're a marketer, you're gonna really want to see this. One of the tricks to being financially independent is not overspending, but our minds are a little too complex for their own good. We overthink, we overanalyze, and as a result, for the last 50-odd years, marketers have taken advantage of our complicated brains to get a hold of our money. This list is in no particular order, as companies use all of these psychological manipulations on us. It starts with our impulsivity. It varies from person to person, but for the most part, we're all at risk for falling for one of these impulse buys. At the cash register. Small items at the cash register are not only put there to prevent theft. As we wait in line, our eyes tend to wander toward the tabloids, the recipe magazines. How's my breath? Should I buy gum? The grocery store tactics down in there. They keep the essentials located around the perimeter of the store, hoping that we take a shortcut into an aisle. More chances to sell. Not only adults fall prey to this, the characters on cereal boxes glance slightly down. That's to meet your child's gaze. Isn't that creepy? That brings me to the halo effect, our first impression bias. Our first impression of McDonald's was probably the friendly but unsettling Ronald McDonald. The Burger King. Having nostalgia for a company buffers against bad experiences in the future. It keeps us loyal. Even the colors used by fast food chains, warm colors, with the recent exception of Taco Bell, which went with purple. Normally fast food chains, if you think of McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, they use a lot of orange, yellows, reds, and that's to stimulate the production of a hunger hormone inside of us called ghrelin. Stimulates our appetite. In fact, in studies, people tended to eat more food overall when served on warm-colored plates and less food on cooler-colored blues, purples. How do other stores, both physical and digital, alter our thinking and pry money out of our wallet? The mere exposure effect, putting ads in your face as often as possible, knowing that your willpower will wane and eventually you'll buy the product. This also plays into the recency effect. Our brains like to put relevancy on a timeline. The last company we were exposed to holds its own little corner of our brain. It's also similar to the serial effect, which ties the whole timeline together. First experience plus last experience in our brains equals trust, reliability, safety, and those feelings trigger our impulsivity. We also hate to miss a sale, especially if the sale is only going on for a limited time. Corporations know this all too well by creating a false scarcity. The scarcity effect lives on the base of our fear of missing out, or FOMO. Some websites even use a live timer to trigger our click-run response. Click-run is that sudden jolt we feel when a doorbell rings or a dog barks. I could go on forever with the different tactics, but unfortunately we're low on time. If you want to know more about the psychological manipulations marketers use, let me know in the comments. I can make a part 2 to this video. And please like the video if you enjoyed it. So you're probably a little bit confused over why I showed you that video. Well, bitch, calm down, I'm gonna tell you. The decoy effect is a pricing strategy that basically puts a ridiculous product on the board because you already know what you want the customer to buy and you know what you don't want them to buy. Usually this decoy will be something that has this weird price. Control talked about exactly this when it comes to your beat licenses, which made me think about the fact that marketing just feels shitty because you're literally trying to extract money from people that they may or may not want to give you through psychological manipulation. And we all do it. We're all online trying to sell products, whether those products are our videos or our beats or our sound packs. We're all trying to sell something. When we're in the real world, we're trying to sell our time for money, because that's all a 9-to-5 is time for money. This is just something that's been on my mind today. There's a lot of different videos that I've been watching about this. I knew a lot about marketing to start. I'm really good at calling marketing strategies when I see them. And you see them in videos across the board. You see them all the time.
Literally, for some producers, there's one feature on this new beat store that with being set up could easily make them an extra 100, 300, or even up to 500 plus a month.
I'm going to tell you how I made over $1 million online as a music producer.
What kind of beats sell the most, Curtis King? Let's talk about it.
If you struggle with getting your first sale, consistent sales, or even scaling your business up from the thousands into the tens of thousands, this video is for you.
I'm gonna put this instead of this email, and this email, and then go into your email and say, I'm gonna put one here, 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 and here. And when people go to these, you're educating them, providing them more value. They're trusting me more, they're trusting you more. They buy things from both of us. It's that simple, guys.
There's just so many of them. It's like a copy and paste.
I've said this 1,000 times, but it's so true. We're all sick of being marketed to. But at the same exact time, we're all kind of marketing to each other. Music producers are marketing to music producers. Artists are marketing to artists. Some music producers are marketing to artists. It's this huge circle of marketing. Whereas social media used to be about catching up with friends and families, it was individual profiles that were completely isolated from marketing. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna mark it my thanks button, so if you hit that, I would seriously appreciate it. Other than that, be safe, be well, and I'll see you in the next one.